Good morning. Namaste. And thank you for joining us today for our session on yoga, meditation, and pranayam, sponsored by the Consulate General of India and the Art of Living Foundation. We'll be having some more sessions in the next few days, too, daily, also at this time at 7:30. So please tune in. There'll be different practitioners of yoga uh, from different areas of Chicago, and they'll share what they've learned from yoga, and so very inspiring. So I'd like to start today by chanting Om 3 times, and then saying a short prayer, and then I'll guide you in some yoga. Let's sit comfortably. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. And feel the effect of Om on your body, on your mind, on your environment. And slowly and gradually open the eyes. So I'd like to just say a short prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the teacher and students be excellent. May we enjoy together the fruits of our efforts. May we both be strong in body and mind. Let there be no hatred between us. Om, peace, peace, peace. So before we start yoga, just to remind you that yoga, like any other physical exercise, and yoga is much more than that. Yoga, what does it mean? It means union. Union of what? Union of body, breath, mind, and soul, spirit. And it can be done by anyone. And at the same time, we need to really respect our body and its limitations. Sometimes it's more flexible than other times. Sometimes we might have surgery or another medical condition. So we need to honor and respect that. And so if you're pregnant, you've had recent surgery, please consult your doctor and follow their guidelines before starting yoga. You know your body's limitations, so it's up to you. It's at your own risk. Yoga can always be adapted to anyone with any physical condition besides surgery, and you do need to take special precautions. So let's come to our feet slowly, rounding up vertebra by vertebra. That stimulates all the nerves that run up our spine. And let's do some gentle shoulder rolls with our feet forward, feet hip distance apart, and bringing the shoulders up to the ears and back and down, exaggerating the movement. We hold stress in our shoulders and our hips, so we'll be putting attention there today. When we do yoga, we can use normal breath, or if you know Ujjayi breath or victory breath, you can use that. When we have our attention on our body and our breath, that brings our attention naturally to the present moment. Because why? Because the body and the breath are always in the present. But what happens with the mind? Let's finish this round and slowly come up. And let's bring our hands to our shoulders and our elbows together. And we'll do some elbow shoulder rolls. The mind swings between the past and the future. When it's in the future, we're feeling anxious or worrying. When it's in the past, we're either glorifying the past, let's reverse our arm, or we're feeling guilty. And one more round. And relax our arms down. And now let's do some hip rotations. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes again are facing forward. And let's exaggerate the movement. Your knees can be loose, not locked. Being aware of every point in the circle and reverse. And one more round. Great. And now let's bring our feet together, also toes forward, hands on the knees, bending, hands on the thighs rather, with no weight there. Bend your knees, and we'll do knee rotations. This is good for our ankles, as well as our knees, as well as our hips. And reverse. And inhale up, and let's shake, and let's jog just a little bit. It's very important to warm up all our muscles before we start to move them in Yogagasana. Great. Let's have our hands forward and flexed and down and up and down and up and down and to the side and to the front, side, front, side, front. And now wrist rotations. We use our hands so much, not only for writing, but mostly for typing now, texting. Shake it out. Good. And relax down. Let's straighten out our mat if yours got disturbed like mine did. And now let's stand with our feet about a fist apart, and we'll interlock our hands. We'll do the Tadasana, or the mountain pose. And you can't see where my hands are going to go because they'll go off screen. But I'm going to flip my hands up so that they'll be straight up. So let's bring our hands up slowly, flip them so your hands are facing the ceiling. And now let's come up on our toes, lengthening your spine. Keep breathing. and smiling. Your arms are just on either side of your ears. Tightening your abs. And on your next inhale, let's release and come down. Beautiful. And now let's do some trunk rotation. Something happened to the internet. I think I'm getting a phone call and it disturbed it. So let me see how I can come back here. Oh, there, sorry. So let's inhale and bring our arms straight up halfway. Take a deep breath in here. Feet are forward. And we're going to lock our hips right here. They're going to stay forward. And we'll exhale. We're holding onto a box, so don't drop your box, imaginary box. And we'll twist to the right. Now look over your right shoulder, extending your arms. Hips are tight. Hips are forward. Abs are tight. And your seat is tucked underneath. Now take a breath in here. Release your hips. Let them twist. Looking over your shoulder. Deep breath in. And inhale back to center. Take a deep breath in again. Keep your hips forward and we'll exhale. Upper torso goes to the left. Looking over your left shoulder. Standing very tall. And now release your hips and twist more to the left. Still holding your box. Arms are parallel to one another. Standing tall, abs are tight. You know, we keep our abs tight to protect our lower back. And inhale back to center and lower your arms down. And now what we'll do is we'll stand with our legs really wide. And we'll take one foot and make it the back foot. And we'll bring those toes in about 20 degrees. And we'll make this our front leg. And we'll bring our foot parallel to the mat. And we're standing tall, abs are tight. And now you see the hips are pointing off in that direction. But we want our hips parallel to the mat. So we'll just bring our hips parallel. Shoulders back and down, shoulder blades together. Arms are out like a T. And now let's just lean to the right. We're not bending forward, just sliding to the right, reaching for something just a little outside our reach. Maharishi Patanjali, the great ancient sage, said, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. That means be steady and comfortable in the pose. And that means we use some effort to be in the pose and then we relax. And when we relax, the muscles relax and we go deep inside also. So let's take this front hand and keep it facing me and bring it down your leg and then bring your back hand up without straining, but as high as you can. You want it to be straight up, keeping your abs tight, and let's bring our arms, the upper one towards the ceiling. We're stretching in opposite directions, and we're not leaning forward or back. We're just in one plane. It doesn't matter how high you are, or low, but what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're in one plane. And now feel like someone's pulling you up from above, and we'll bend our forward knee. We'll come into the warrior pose. Don't let your forward knee go beyond your ankle. We're going to stay centered, and we'll make our hips parallel to the mat and push our knee out so it's straight. Arms are like a T. Look over your hand. Open your chest and sit down a bit. You might want to adjust your feet. Notice the shift in your consciousness. Now you have all the determination of a warrior. And now straighten your forward knee. Bring your toes forward, and we'll switch them. So we have a new front foot that's parallel to the mat. And our back foot, the toes are coming in about 20 degrees, and our abs are tight, and our hips are parallel to the mat. Arms are like a T, and we're just sliding to the front now, other front, which for me is my left. So when we get into the posture, we just relax, and that allows our muscles to release. Now bring your forward hand down and let your palm face the screen, and bring your back arm up. Stretching in opposite directions. Opening your chest. Keep breathing here. And now come up. Whoops. And let's get into the warrior pose by bending your forward knee. You might want to scoot your foot out so you can come down farther, but don't let your knee go beyond your foot, your ankle. And now we'll make our hips parallel to the floor. Open our chest, arms like a T, and gaze over your forward hand. If you want, you can adjust your feet and sit down more. Keep breathing here. And straighten your forward knee. And let's bring our toes forward and gently walk your feet together. So now we'll come into the Ardha Chakrasana. That's the half wheel pose. So our feet are about hip distance apart, and our toes are pointing forward. We'll have our hands in the back in the small of the back. We'll roll our shoulders back, opening the chest, deep breath in, and slowly we'll arch our back and we'll come backwards without straining, so that your chest is parallel to the floor. Keep breathing, don't strain. You can grip onto the mat with your toes. and slowly come up. And now we'll do a reverse posture. And this posture is, let me move this way. This posture is called the Pada Astasana. And so we're going to inhale and bring our arms all the way up so that your arms are just by your ears. Lift up your toes and grip the mat with your toes. Tighten your abs. Your hips are tucked under. Looking up, come slightly back, keeping your arms by your ears. And now exhale, leading with your chin, keeping your head between your ears, your head between your arms. Push your hips back. Your spine is straight. You're looking down. Reaching forward as we come down slowly in a controlled way. Keep your arms by your ears. Reaching for the floor. And now you can put your hands on the mat. If you can't reach the mat, that's okay. And now let's grab our thighs behind them or our calves behind them and gently pull your chest towards your legs without straining. Keep breathing here. Bring the backs of your knees and your hips up to the ceiling. And now release your hands, keeping your biceps by the ears. Push your hips back, tighten your abs, and we'll slowly start to come up, reaching forward, inhaling. All the way up and slightly back, keeping your head between the arms. And exhaling down. Do you feel taller now? Just check inside. Roll your shoulders back and down. And slowly open the eyes. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes are pointing forward. Arms come up halfway. And now let's push our hips back and we'll sit. Are you tired? Leaning out, reaching your arms out. Come down farther, lengthening your spine. Pulling your spine down. Lengthening your neck. Reaching forward. Hips are back. And now come up a little. And let's come down slowly all the way. Pushing your hips back and down. And all the way down. And now we'll do Vajrasana or butterfly pose. So grab onto your ankles or your toes and bring your heels as close to you as you can. And sitting tall, we'll flap our butterfly wings. Keep breathing. And smiling. We're happy butterflies. And now relax your legs and stay in this position with your eyes closed and notice the stillness that this posture creates in your mind. Keep breathing. And now let's slowly open your eyes and let's slide our legs out and we'll shake them out. And we'll do another posture called Ardha Matsyendrasana. And it's also called Vakrasana. And there's 3 ways to do this. So the first easiest way is to bend your right knee, your left foot leg stays straight and foot is flexed. And then we'll wrap our left elbow around that knee and bring our right hand behind the spine, looking behind your right shoulder. And if you want, the next version is put your arm outside that leg and grab onto your ankle. Now you can also put that right foot on the outside of the knee and grab onto your ankle. And another version is put your right foot alongside your left foot rather, alongside your right hip, your right foot on the outside of that knee, and twist around. This is wonderful for all our internal organs. And let's repeat on the other side. So bending the left knee, left arm goes behind you, and right arm on the outside of the ankle, twisting around to the back. And now let's come to our tummies. And we'll have our hands face up alongside our hips. Take a deep breath in here. We'll do the Ardha Shalavasana. And on your next exhale, we'll lift our right leg just a few inches off the floor, lengthening the leg, lengthening the spine, chin is on the mat. Doesn't matter how far you lift your leg, few inches is good enough. And relax down, take a breath in, and exhaling, bring your left leg up, lengthening the leg and the spine. Hands are face up alongside your thighs. And relax that leg down. And let's make fists with our hands. And let's put our fists underneath our hips and our feet together. Take a deep breath in. And let's lift both legs up now. Lengthening the legs and the spine. This is so great for strengthening the lower back and also strengthening the thighs and the hips. And let's relax down. Remove your hands and put them under your shoulders. Bring your shoulders down, shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. Keep your elbows next to your ribs. Take another breath in and we'll come up into Bhujangasana or the Cobra pose. Your abdomen is on the mat, looking up, and your weight on your hands is on all of your hands. Shoulders down, shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. And relax down. And bend your knees. Relax your hands. And let's kick our feet. Releasing any tension in our legs. And let's bend our knees again. Feet are hip distance apart. And let's grab onto our ankles. And bring your heels to your seat one by one. We're stretching out our quadricep muscles in our thighs, the fronts of our thighs. And now we'll have our feet straight up in the air, still holding on to our ankles. Deep breath in, and we'll gently come up into Dhanurasana, or the bow pose. Pulling your feet away from your body, opening your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. Don't rock. And relax down. And let's roll onto our backs. And let's bend our knees and bring our feet hip distance apart, heels close to your hips. And let's let our knees fall to the left, arms like a T, looking to the right. This is Natarajasana. And reverse the posture. Looking to the left, knees are to the right. And gently, we'll bring our knees back up, and we'll let our left knee go straighten out. Bring your right knee to your chest and your nose to greet it. Pavanmuktasana. Releasing that leg. Bring your left knee to your chest now and your nose to greet it. And release that leg. And bring both knees together, grabbing onto both legs. Keep breathing. And now we'll release. And we'll just rest now in Shavasana. Shoulders to the mat. And feet are about 1.5 feet apart. Toes are pointing outwards. And let's hum a few times, 3 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Last time, deep breath in. And let's take our attention to our right foot, right knee, right thigh and hip, our left foot, left knee, left thigh and hip. Let's take our attention to our abdomen, stomach, and chest. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your shoulders and your arms, your throat and neck, face, head, to the whole body. Deep breath in and relax and let go. And slowly and gradually, in your own time, you can roll to your right side and we'll come to a seated position. And we'll do a short guided meditation. And I'm going to teach you a mudra that helps to bring the attention inside. Our attention is focused outwards through our five senses, and we experience the world. When we meditate, we want to bring that attention inside. And so we'll do the Shanmukhi mudra with our little finger under our lips, our ring finger between our above our lips, between lips and nose, middle finger on our nostrils without closing them, index finger on our eyes, and thumb on this little flap that's on the outside of our ears called the tragus. We're going to pulse our thumb on our tragus, that flap, opening and closing the ears, and then we're going to hum. Deep breath in, and we'll hum at the same time as we're pulsing. And then I'll guide you in the meditation. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Hold your hands here for a few seconds. And release your hands. And keeping the eyes closed, we'll just be aware of our body. Our body is a beautiful gift to us from nature. and the divine. Love and respect your body. Deep breath in and let it go. We're grateful for this body, the vehicle for our soul. And let's take our attention to our breath. The breath is going in and out ever since our birth without our having to do anything. Let's feel grateful for this breath. And let's take our attention to our mind. This mind perceives the world through our five senses. And when it relaxes and expands, it can become infinity. Let's honor and respect this mind. In meditation, we don't bother about thoughts. If they come or not, it's fine. We just let them come. If we resist them, they stay. So we just let them pass through. Take another breath in and out. And take your attention to your feelings, whether pleasant or unpleasant. Let them be. You are peace and joy. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And take your attention to your thoughts. Take another breath in. Take your attention to your physical body. Take another deep breath in and let it go. And take your attention to your environment. And slowly and gradually, in your own time, you can open the eyes. So I hope you enjoyed this session. We'll be continuing to have more sessions in the next few days, celebrating International Yoga Day. Yoga is a great heritage of India. We're so grateful for that. And on Saturday and Sunday, especially, we'll be celebrating, and Monday too. That's the day the United Nations designated as International Yoga Day. So this Shanmukhi Mudra you can do, and the Brahmari pulsing, or you can use this without the hands on the face, can be done by anyone. Yeah. So, and we do usually about 5 breaths, so you can do that on your own. So thank you so much for joining today. My name's Pam Brockman. I'm with the Art of Living Foundation, and we're so grateful to the Consulate General of India for sponsoring these sessions. Namaste. I hope you can join us in the next few days at 7:30 in the morning at this same channel. And we'll be different practitioners from different organizations in Chicago will be sharing their journey on yoga and different things that they've learned. They'll share with you. Yeah. Namaste. Take good care. Be well and safe.